So, fellas, let's talk about the statue again.
Ah, the infamous statue.
Hey,
Oh, welcome to the Pixel Primos Video Game Podcast, the show where we talk about all the latest things in gaming, from taking you back to the past to playing shitty games that suck ass. Hey, I'm Juan Solo.
And I eat ass, and my name's Paco.
I was waiting for it. It's teed up.
It's like the layup is there.
It's a layup.
Layup.
It's a layup, bro. It's a layup.
The alley-oop.
You can't let it go to waste. You can't let it go to waste. Which is how I also feel about eating ass. You can't let it go to waste. Which my mom gets mad because, like, the other day or yesterday, like, she's like, "Hey, I don't feel good. I'm not gonna make dinner." I was like, all right, I'll I'll find something to eat because she always cooks. And she's like, "Oh, there's bread. You can make yourself a sandwich." I was like, "Oh, okay." And we were in the kitchen, and I opened the pantry, and it's just the ass ends of the bread. And I go, "Mom, I eat women's ass, not bread's ass." And she's like, "Jesus!" Just the look on her face of like, "Oh God damn." Needless to say,
You used to watch Sesame Street. What the fuck?
needless to say, the disappointment in her eyes is it's pretty horrible.
Well, much like Cookie
just
Monster,
laughing,
Mom, I did
yeah.
it all for the nookie. Oh, and I'm JJ, by
just-
the way.
Yeah, she just looks at me and walks away. She's like, "God damn you."
Where did I
And
go wrong?
my grandma doesn't speak English, so she doesn't understand anything I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so whenever family's in town and I'm at home and they hear all the wild ass shit that I say, I'm like, "Man, grandma don't know." But grandma just laughs and says, "Dios te bendiga, mijo." I'm like, "Thanks, grandma." Like when I go out, like she's like, "Where are you going?" Grandma's always like, "Pa dónde vas, mijo?" I'm like, "Oh, me voy a buscar una nalgona gótica." And my parents just look at me like, and grandma looks at me and she's like, "Pues que te bendiga Dios." I'm like, "Thank you, grandma. I appreciate you." And for those that
I
don't
need all the help I
Spanish,
can get, Grandma.
yeah. And for those that don't speak Spanish, I like when I'm going out, I tell my grandma, when she asks me where I'm going, I'm like, "Oh, I want to go look me for a big booty gothic girl." And my grandma just looks at me like I don't think she really understands, and she's like, "Well, God bless you, Miko." I'm like, "You know what, grandma? We need more of that in our life. We need more of that in our life."
Yes, we do.
That's the kind of blessings I need, grandma.
And speaking of blessings, the true blessings of this show, the alphas.
Goddamn right.
Let us take a moment to acknowledge them. And let's see, they got some comments here. We got one from on Spotify.
Oh, Didi, you know I never look back there.
I looked this time. And
Getting better at it.
once again, I hope I'm pronouncing your username correctly. It is from Trinity and Bourgeois again, saying, "When I saw that you read my comment, it made my day. Thank you. No, thank you for being a true alpha. Your
I love you,
Bugatti
random
is in the
citizen."
mail." Yes. Now, they did follow up the comment with some serious questions. Now,
Okay.
I hope you don't mind, but we're going to hold on to those questions for now so that we can answer them during our 100 subscribers special. I hope that's okay with you. Don't worry, we'll answer them, but just during the special. And the same
already
goes
read
to
'em.
you, Alphas, as well.
I already read his question in particular, and I need to follow up. I will answer it when the time comes, but I will probably have two different answers depending on how he wishes to interpret his question.
you got it. But yeah, as far as the rest of you alphas, feel free to drop some comments so that way we can read them during the 100 special. It's a we want to do like a Q&A style video. So ask away. You can ask more than one question, by the way. Just so you all know, the invitation is still open. We are still accepting more questions if you all wish to do so. And again, you can ask as many as you want, and we will just pick out the best ones and read them. Or if we don't get enough, then we'll just do all of them. Fuck it, you know. That tends to be the motto around here. Just fuck it, do it live.
Do it live.
But all right, so let us move on from that one, and now move on to Super Saiyan Chicken, leaving us a comment on our last Alpha Primos, talking about the Netflix and Paramount situation with Warner Brothers, saying, "Man, the whole Netflix and Warner Bros. Situation bums me out because it just reminds me how badly HBO Max was fumbled. It started off so great with DC content, the entire Adult Swim and Cartoon Network catalog, and even an okay anime selection. But as soon as they neutered my favorite shows like Infinity Train and Joe Pera Talks with You, a tiny bit of me died. Fast forward to 2025, the anime selection is non existent at best, and a lot of amazing Max originals are just gone. And the thing that's most infuriating is the removal of a lot of Cartoon Network and Adult Swim content. Motherfucker, you own those shows. What are you doing? Also, you're goddamn right. I'm the cheek spread."
We fucking knew it. We fucking knew it.
His legend lives on.
You lucky son of a bitch.
I mean, I agree with him. I that is one thing that I hated about that there was so much animation removed. Cartoon Network and Adult Swim is so goated, and they got rid of so much of it. I never got to even watch Infinity Train, and I really, really wanted to watch it, and now I'm just gonna have to, resort to the high seas to watch it now. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to watch it. And yeah, even a lot of HBO Max shows are gone. And again, because I'm not a businessman, I don't understand the logic of getting rid of a lot of these things at all. Like, I don't understand it. I mean, I would understand if you got rid of them off the streaming service to push the sales of like, hey, we're gonna release them. We're gonna release physical copies. We're gonna, do Blu-rays, DVDs.
That would be the smart thing to do.
I'd be like, oh, so we're gonna take them off the streaming service, but you get an announcement like, hey, these were removed off the streaming service. We're actually gonna sell physical copies. I feel like people would go out and buy them. Like, I know I would. Yeah. Like, I mean, I like having the physical media. I used to love, like, just like video games. I used to love all the little extras and cool little shit they used to get with it. And that always incentivized me to buy that stuff.
The fucking Time Life collection. Time Life has gathered everything that HBO Max nuked off their servers, so that in one glorious collection,
like the Criterion collection.
And that's one thing I feel that like streaming has taken away from a lot of this. Like, a lot of these series, if they're originally made for streaming, most of them do not get a physical release. So that means you miss out on a lot of like the bonus features, be it like a gag reel, a blooper reel, behind the scenes footage, you name it. And I know for the vast majority of audiences, they probably don't give a shit about that stuff, but I do.
It's good. There's some good stuff in them bonus features sometimes. Like,
or even like the commentary tracks and stuff. Like, like we're losing out on a lot of that stuff. So
if it weren't for the commentary track on Armageddon, we wouldn't know the comedic genius of Ben Affleck. And the fucking NASA nerdonauts.
Yes. Oh god, that's such a hilarious commentary track. Also, Tom Clancy, I forgot I don't know if it was for the movie Stealth or what, that he was also in the commentary. And that, like, he tells the director, like, flat out that it's like, that's not how this shit works, right? It defeats the purpose of, like, radar.
Wait, the movie Stealth, like the airplane movie?
I don't know if it was the movie Stealth. I'm probably getting it wrong. If one of you alphas knows what I'm talking about, please correct me in the comments. But there's a movie where he is in the audio commentary, and like yeah, and he calls up like the director for like that's not how this shit works, right? Like this defeats the purpose of like the technology or whatever. Like I'm doing a horrible job of like explaining it, but trust me, it exists. I saw it.
I know there's one. I haven't heard it, or I haven't. I don't remember which movie it's from, but I have heard the audio from it. Um, it's a Kevin Smith movie, and it's him and producer and his friend Scott Mosier. Like they've made several movies together, like all the early ones. There's one that I don't remember which one it is, but they do the commentary track for it, and it was specifically for I think Laserdisc. Like it was because Laserdisc was sort of like the first one to be able to house like a commentary track.
Mallrats.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Mallrats. I'm not sure, but in the entire commentary track, it was the beginning of DVD. DVD was starting to come out, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck DVD. It's not as good as Laserdisc." And I only heard about it because he did one of like his an evening with, and he's like, "Yeah, there's sort of a infamous commentary track with me and Scott Mosier where we kind of bad mouthed DVD a little bit, so it's ironic that we're putting it out on DVD, but I mean." It was just here and there. Like, it wasn't the whole... It's the whole fucking commentary. Every chance they get, they're like, fuck DVD and fuck Blu-ray.
Oh, that's great. And see, and this is the shit that we're missing out on. This
it
art.
really is. Yeah, it really is.
So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this Warner Bros. Situation. But honestly, personally, I don't. It doesn't look good to me. But hey, we'll see what happens. All right, let us move on from that to now move on to another legend, fan of the show, the true champion. The you can't see me 17. The one, the only John Cena. He had his retirement match this past weekend from this recording. And I mean, should I be the one to just come out and say it? And it's like, John Cena, you had a great career. You're a true legend. You are the definition of what it means to be a WWE superstar. With that said, though, this match sucked. Man, look.
I didn't watch it. I'm not a wrestling guy. I enjoy the memes coming out of it. I will say that. I enjoy the memes coming out of it, but I don't understand. Yeah,
but I think what has been funnier for me is seeing the people trying to defend it by like trying to make like a reverse meme. Like, nah. See, look at the big smile on his face, and it's like, bro, this ain't the move. Like,
well, I saw. Did I send it to y'all earlier? Where the Miz is defending like the decision that he made, the choices that were made. I saw like I guess it was commentary afterwards. But I mean, I didn't like. I just saw it. I didn't, like I said, I don't understand it because I'm not part of the whole wrestling thing. So that would be up to y'all to discuss because I don't know shit about it.
Sure. I was actually talking with Jordan about it for a little bit because he came over to check out the new place.
Oh, nice.
Hang out for a little bit. Yeah. But I explained it like this: if that's the way John Cena wanted to go out, cool. I think it's a little weird, but I'm not gonna, fault the guy for wanting to go out that way. The thing that makes it like weird for me is that, and I need to preface this like very, very hard. I know that Gunter is not a Nazi. I know he's not a Nazi. I know that's not the character he plays. I'm sure the dude is just a normal, regular guy. Doesn't jive with any of
Mm-hmm.
any fascist rhetoric or anything like that. I'm sure that that's all true. But but we got to be real here. Like when the whole Der Ring General gimmick
Mm-hmm.
started, there was a little bit of that like Third Reich spice sprinkled on there. Like
Jesus.
he wasn't a Nazi, right? Like he didn't come out with like fucking swastikas or nothing like that. He wasn't fucking the Iron Claw. What was
The
I'm
Iron
blanking on
Cross. Yeah.
yeah, he didn't have the Iron Cross, and he wasn't. No, but Fritz von Erich, the father of all the von Erichs,
Yeah.
he was straight up a Nazi. Like that was
Oh.
the gimmick.
Oh. 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 Wow. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, no, he's not Fritz von Erich. But when Der Ring General became a thing,
Mm-hmm.
like there were pillars, there were red flags on his entrance. He didn't come out like in a Hugo Boss fucking SS uniform, but he had an overcoat. Like there was some hintings to it. It
Uh-huh.
wasn't overt, it wasn't blatant, but like, come on, it was there. So the thing that makes it super weird for me is that I know Gunter's not a Nazi, and I know he's not playing that character, but there was still a little bit of that in there when he started. And John Cena is supposed to be fucking Captain America, Superman, Soldier Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave up. He gave
Yeah.
up. That's the part that kind of like rubs me the wrong way about it, where it's like, dog, if you're, I don't think I just don't think maybe Gunter was the right opponent. And also, but this is me saying, this is also me coming at it as someone that hasn't been following wrestling as closely as I used to, right? Like I know a lot of that early Der Ring General stuff has kind of been shedded off of Gunter, but like it's still kind of like, hmm, it's
Um.
still just kind
Yeah.
of weird to me.
And yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Jay, in the sense that the lead up to all of this was they did that big tournament to see like who's going to be Cena's final opponent. And the problem with the tournament is that it was super obvious who the winner of that was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
like without a doubt. Like it was not a big shock to me. And here's the thing, like you said, I also don't think Gunther was the right guy to be the final opponent. I get the logic behind it. Gunther is an up and coming wrestler, and John Cena is very much like he wants to push and promote all the new rising stars and whatnot, and that's great. That is admirable. I respect it. I just personally don't think Gunther was the guy. You know, um, and likewise, I'm not I'm not upset that John Cena lost. I could have handled him losing first final match. I just don't like the way it was done. Like the whole
Mm.
match itself, I didn't think was good, and I didn't think there were that many like great like moments in it either. It was like all in all, unfortunately, without the stakes of it being his final match, it was a very like kind of boring match. You know, there.
Also,
Mhm.
why was it on Saturday night's main event?
There's a whole bunch of other controversy with that from because it was in a Saturday main event. But you know what? I'm okay with that because now that they're like switching over to ESPN, because it was on a main event, it was you could still watch it on Peacock. So I
Okay.
was okay with that
Got
because then because
So you
it's
know
like
what? Okay. Now that you mentioned that, I think I know exactly why it was on a main event. I think that uh, Cena's they had already advertised Cena's retirement before they made the deal with ESPN.
mhm,
So that was going to have to be on Peacock. Now,
mhm,
before it could have been on a pay per view because Peacock had those.
hmm
Now they don't.
yep.
So now it has to be on something that Peacock airs, and I think the only thing that Peacock has is Saturday night's main event.
Saturday main event, yep. And that's also another thing about it. Like, so that main event, because it wasn't a full blown pay per view, it only had four matches.
hmm
One of them being John Cena's retirement match, which kind of sucks. You know, I personally would feel like if I paid money to be in attendance for only four matches, I would feel a little ripped off, especially considering the tickets were really overpriced. And then on top of that, the location. They didn't even have it in his hometown. They did it in Washington D.C. and the big in a small venue. And the rumor that is that they did it in Washington D.C. is supposedly so the president could be in attendance.
And
And
was
then
he?
he didn't even go.
Oh, dude, no.
So, but again, that is rumor. I do not know if it's true because the other thing I heard is that there was like a bidding war, and whoever like person did the highest bid, they would host the match. So it's possible that yeah, that DC probably just forked over the most money to host it, which is why it was there. But again, I don't know, and I this is me also saying like I'm probably wrong, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I just think the whole thing as a whole could have been handled better. It's unfortunate that this is how it's ending. This is the choice they went with. And, well, all we can do is hope that they learn from this and they start booking future matches, you know, better. And as far as Gunther, you're going to get some heat. And I unfortunately do not think it's good heat. And what
Yeah.
I mean by that is like Dominic Mysterio. He is the villain that you love to hate.
hmm
He has heat, but it's the good kind where even though he's the bad guy, deep down you still like him, you still root for him. I don't think that can apply to Gunther. Like, yes, he's gonna get a lot of heat because of beating John Cena, but I don't think it's the good kind. I think it's the like we don't like you kind. And
Damn.
I'm really nervous about like what's gonna happen like now.
So my takeaway from all of this, because I've watched clips like online all day
Mhm.
at work. So from what I gather, like again, since I don't know anything about wrestling, when you talk about him, like I guess people associate him kind of like he's giving out the Nazi vibe with the
That
way he
that that might
dresses.
just be a me thing because I've been out of the loop for a
Uh-huh.
long time. But I remember definitely early on when because he wasn't always Gunter. He
Yeah.
was
Okay.
on NXT. He had a different name. Then Vince rebranded him as Gunter,
Uh huh.
just plain Gunter. And once he started, picking up steam as
Yeah.
Gunter, they they started calling him the Ring General, Der
Mm.
Ring General, like kind of emphasizing the
The dare.
Germanness of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So they leaned into the Germanness of it, and that unfortunately, comes with some side effects where, like, if you lean a little too heavy to the German angle of it,
Yeah.
it can kind of come off as a little Reiki.
Yeah. You know what?
Because he didn't do anything like overtly Nazi.
Mhm.
It's just that, like, some of the presentation, if you tweak it a little bit, like, not even a lot, if you just take a minute or two on Photoshop and, drape a red banner over one of
Uh-huh.
them pillars from his entrance, oh boy.
His style. What I think of when I see his style is like the only times I've ever seen him is when I go over to Juan's to when I get invited to watch the matches and stuff. I see his style and what I think of when I see him. I imagine like German punk. Like if I were walking the mean streets of Germany,
Yeah,
he'd
no,
be
he
like the
probably,
bouncer at like this,
that's probably
underground
more what they were
nightclub,
going for.
or like a
Yeah.
techno club. That's the feeling that I get. But
That's
also
that's
that
definitely
uh,
100% what they wanted to lean into. But early on, and this might just be because Vince was still in charge when he became
mhm,
Gunter,
yeah.
it wasn't giving off that vibe. At
Oh,
least to me, it was giving
okay.
off like
Okay.
yeah, we can't call him a Nazi. What?
Yeah. Okay, but it's like there's a vibe. I do
Yeah.
like the uniform that he matched with Sabrina Carpenter though, because Sabrina Carpenter's so fine. I was I kept seeing those are the images that popped up when I like looked up Gunther. And also also these matches like this, like I guess these retirement matches, I was reading that these are what's used to like prop up like the next generation or the next big star. I didn't know that like Gunther was, I guess, on the low end, that he wasn't like a name or like well known. I thought he was, again, I've only seen a few wrestling matches. I thought he was like a pretty like solid name. I thought that it was gonna be like somebody else that it's like, oh, this dude has been in a few matches and then he's going. I thought that either Cena was gonna win, but that this guy that Cena defeats is going to be like the one you keep your eye on. That's what I thought these matches were like supposed to promote. Like
So
he's out
tr-
now, this
yeah,
guy's coming in. That's what I thought.
traditionally that's how they worked, right?
Hmm.
Like, especially going back to like the super early days of wrestling,
Hmm.
because you had your champion that would tour around the country, and then the local hero would come in and challenge him.
Yeah.
Eventually one of those local heroes was going to win and become the new champion.
Hmm.
So, and that was going to be the new guy that they tour around the country and stuff. So that's kind of where that started from, where, like, it's time for the old champion to retire, so we need a young guy to replace him. That's sort of how that became a tradition. The thing is, lately, uh, and especially in WWE, it feels like a lot of the younger younger generation is still like kind of on the older side.
Hmm.
Like, there's not a lot of super young, like in their 20s talent that's at the top of the roster.
Okay. So the talent as of now is like millennials.
Not because
Not even, man. They're
yeah, like LA
Oh,
Knight's like what, 40 something?
oh, dang.
hmm
Okay. What
Yeah,
about Jay Uso? Who's that guy? Is that the Yeet guy?
yeah.
Is
yeah.
that the Yeet guy?
He's
Is I
also like up there. I think he's in his late
really?
30s.
I thought
Yeah.
that dude was like early, like late 20s
Nah.
maybe. I thought like, okay, dang, wrestling really
Nah,
takes a
like,
toll on you.
yeah.
Wrestling really takes a toll on you.
85, so he's
He's
what?
my age. He's 40.
Yeah, see, he's
Yeah, he's
40.
my age. He's 40. Yeah. Damn, 85. Fuck, dude, I feel old. And so, do you think, like you were saying, it was a small venue? It was, in your personal opinions, it felt like, do you felt like they did John Cena wrong? I
I
mean, he's
feel that
become he's transcended the wrestling thing. he like The Rock. When you think of wrestling, I mean, me personally, I think of John Cena. I think of like the Stone Colds, the Rocks, the Roman Reigns. Now, those are when I think of wrestling, and John Cena is one of those guys, and Batista, and John Cena. I feel like is one of those guys like The Rock that has really like you know taken wrestling and like just jumped and made beyond what it could what he could have been. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I guess I dare say these guys are like iconic.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
like they
Mhm.
would be like literal icons. I know that
Iconic.
the word gets thrown around a
Mhm.
lot. Like, to me, an icon would be Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. You know, The Rock and John Cena, because you could say those names anywhere, and everybody's going to know. Pretty much everybody's going to know exactly who you're talking about, and where they came from, and what they've done.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, do you
Yeah.
think because he's become so big, and now that he's retiring from this, that they did him dirty in a way? As like he deserved more than this. He
Uh,
deserved a much better production, much better than what he got.
I think I don't think they set out to do him dirty.
Uh-huh.
I think that they ended up uh, doing making the best out of a bad situation because
Mhm.
Mhm.
a retirement match to me should be a pay per view, especially for someone like John
Mhm.
Cena,
Mhm.
who
Okay.
was at the
Okay.
top for so long.
Yeah.
That should be a pay per view.
I mean,
Um,
I feel like I agree because, like I said, like this is a guy that's like this should be like a fucking event kind of
mm.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I want fucking t-shirts, John Cena 2025
Well,
kind of shit.
that he
So
did.
Uh,
They
they
did.
did the whole like farewell tour, which was
mhm.
this entire year of 2025,
Okay.
and I guess the way I personally see it is that because a lot of people defending it are saying, well, John Cena worked with Triple H and booking. This is what he wanted, and it's like okay, but I personally see it as like John Cena is never gonna badmouth any of this
Hmm.
because he sees it as the fact that they let me even do this is a good thing. I'm not going to complain. I guess the best way I could put it is let's say someone's throwing you a birthday party. Someone agrees,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Your birthday's coming up and it's going to be a big one because, you hit one of those,
One of
good
the
round age
milestones.
numbers or
Yeah.
whatever, one of the milestone ages. I'm gonna throw you a party, and they sit down with you and they ask you like, what do you want? And you tell them like, oh well, I want a chocolate cake, I want this, and you ask like, is it okay? And they tell you like, yeah, dude, whatever you want. This is for you. And then your birthday comes around, and then you're like, they didn't invite the right people. They didn't even
Mhm.
get me a chocolate cake. Like, what the hell? I told you this is the stuff I like, and
Mhm.
they didn't do any of
You
that.
went completely
But it
opposite.
feels bad to complain about that because you know what? Look at
It,
what they did for me. They
yeah.
rented out a venue, they
Yeah.
got a band, they got, you know what? Like, I would be the asshole if I complained about someone paying for all of this and doing
Yeah,
all this for
Yeah.
me. And
And,
so I
mhm.
think this is where like Cena is in that situation where he can't badmouth it, and he's
Yeah.
not gonna because look
yeah,
at what they did do for me.
Yeah. So
yeah.
he would
No,
seem
one.
ungrateful of like if
Hmm.
you were to be
Yeah,
like, man, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. It's like, motherfucker, look, I did this, and
one
Yeah.
that,
hundred
and
percent.
oh, okay, okay, all right,
And
I'm understanding.
leading, yeah, and leading up to like during part of the farewell tour, they
Hmm.
brought back Brock Lesnar to
Oh,
wrestle him one more time.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't want Brock Lesnar back because he's in the Vince files. he's
Hmm.
he's
okay, okay, yeah, okay. Eee.
um
Oh,
now to Brock's defense, he's in the text messages, and it doesn't look like he actually followed through and did anything illegal other than discuss this thing with Vince.
Mm-hmm.
That's the extent of his involvement. It seems like, allegedly, but still, that's enough for people to go like, "Hey, man, I don't think he should be back." Also, I'm kind of tired of him just like squashing through all my favorite guys. So I don't think he should be back.
Mm-hmm.
um, but they brought him back, and he wrestled Cena. And then the people defending that decision were saying that, well, no, it's what Cena wanted. Cena picked out all of his opponents. He named names, and if they brought back Brock, that means that was one of the names he wanted. That was one of his dream opponents for his farewell tour. I'm like, oh, come on, that's kind of bullshit, because he could have said any name. He could have said, yeah, I want to wrestle Kenny Omega. They're not gonna fucking bring Kenny Omega from AEW. Cena could have said anybody. Ultimately, it's WWE, and whoever's in charge, whoever's like signing the checks, that's going to bring on the opponents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on them, and they're gonna try to accommodate Cena's desires and wishes, but ultimately, like, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't, or if they don't want to, they're not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let us now move on from this, so that
well, congratulations to Cena, a hell of a career, and now he's off going to be doing bigger and greater things. He's become very successful.
I think after he tapped out, they sent him into that same dimension as in Peacemaker.
They had to. There's no fucking way.
Hey, spoilers.
Dude. I got. You know what? I got it. You got to give it to Cena and Batista. No hate to The Rock, but like, because have you seen all these? I remember when I first saw Cena acting, which was in that was it the 12 Rounds, the movie with the Terminator. As the bad guy, the Marine is a Marine. I thought it was 12 rounds, but there is 12 rounds. I know there's another 12.
Yeah,
but the Marine, but the Marine was the first time I saw it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is this? But from that to fucking Peacemaker, and then I saw recently that movie that he did with Idris Elba, Heads of State.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That was good.
It's not like people were ragging. I was like, this is like a good action movie. Like, it's fun.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I was like, this is pretty good. I don't know what the fuck people were complaining about. I was like, this is actually pretty good. I like, I love Idris Elba. I love John Cena. I was like, this is fucking. And then it's got fucking, what's his name from The Boys? Fuck, the main dude, not Carl Urban, but the skinny dude, Novocaine guy. Jack Quaid. I want to call him Harry Quaid for whatever reason. I don't know why, but yeah, they had Jack Quaid in it. Like, it was a good fucking movie. I don't know what people were hating about. But anyways, on to the next thing.
Yes, on to the next thing. So, fellas, let's talk about the statue again.
The infamous statue.
Hey,
the one
that wasn't too far off base.
No,
they kept calling it the Hellgate.
Yeah. I mean, like, all of our guesses were wrong, but
I'm hoping the alphas are like, oh, you motherfuckers at this goddamn statue. And look, you know what? I personally see it as the internet obsessed over this statue and speculate. We were not obsessive about the statue. We were very nonchalant about it. We were very like, oh yeah, there's a statue in the desert. Yeah, like we only talked about it for maybe like 10 minutes and then we moved on, But the internet,
no one can see my fucking Pepe Silvio wall over here. Right?
So anyway, this statue.
Yeah. Man.
Yes, we finally know what it is.
Finally, the reveal has. I will say I'm a little disappointed with the reveal.
It's apparently its biblical name is the Hellstone.
Oh,
Yes.
close
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, see, I
I'm not.
wasn't too far off.
I'm not gonna lie.
Aha.
I was a little disappointed because like they didn't do anything with the statue.
Yeah.
You know, like
That
I was like, you made this whole statue and you didn't like what I forget what year where the lights went off when they were doing a reveal and the lights went off. I was like, you mean to tell me you had this whole big ass statue made and it didn't just like appear in the middle of the stage and opened wide and like Miss Piggy came out or something and then to like reveal the trailer.
Mhm.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like it
Yeah,
looked
I
like
thought they were gonna
okay,
do
yeah,
something
I thought something
like
was gonna
with the
happen with the
actual
statue.
statue.
I was like, man, I
Yeah.
feel like that was a missed opportunity. Like, don't get me wrong, the reveal looked really cool. I don't know anything about Divinity, but it. Oh, sorry, Divinity is the reveal, but it looked really cool. The trailer looked great. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that I thought was funny, and this is the thing everybody was joking about online when it was revealed that it was Divinity, is that normally at like the Game Awards or any live like event, they're usually pretty good about putting a disclaimer or a warning that like, hey, what you're about to see may not be suitable for like kids or young
Yeah.
people. Man, they gave zero fucks and they showed this man getting tortured
Yes. Oh,
and
dude, it
burnt
was.
to death
Ah.
and with no warning, no, and it's like, man, you just know somebody out there had this playing in their living room while their kids were like doing their homework or just playing on the couch, and then they look up and see this shit.
Just some dude melting from the inside out. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
no, Rod. That's just strawberry jam.
so
Yummy.
I guess let's very quickly like fill in the alphas on what the hell Divinity is for people that don't know, and then we'll jump into the Game Awards. So, in a nutshell, it is a game by Larian, which are the same people that did Baldur's Gate 3, the
Mhm.
winner of last year's Game of the Year award. So, the previous game was Divinity Original Sin 2,
Mhm.
and I believe they just announced that they are like porting it to the Switch 2.
Nice.
So for people that want to play it, there you go. And you can very much see how this is like the predecessor to Baldur's Gate 3. It is very much like, Baldur's Gate 3, but without some of the quality of life improvements and some of the, like, upgrades that Baldur's Gate 3 had. But with that said, that's more or less what this is. Now, this game is just, as of right now, it's just titled Divinity. They are dropping the original Sin subtitle. So the current speculation is that this one might not be that turn-based like RPG style combat.
Mhm.
Instead, this one might go for a real-time type
Yeah.
RPG,
They
but that's
they
speculation
made
as of right now.
yeah. But there is a precedent for it because uh the first couple of Divinity games, the ones that don't have the subtitle Original Sin, those uh, were all kind of different play styles. So they didn't use the tactical, like, turn based system in Beyond Divinity and what's the first one called? Divine Divinity, I think. They were closer to like a traditional CRPG, like something more like Legacy of Kain, or well, no, Legacy of Kain was a Zelda clone. It was something closer to like a Bioware game,
Mhm.
Yeah.
something along those styles.
Mhm.
Um, uh, so yeah, it's they might change up the gameplay with this one, um, but it
And
looks
you,
good.
yeah, no,
Uh,
looks awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I get a chance to play it.
Yeah, hopefully, because right now, unfortunately, this game, along with other games that were announced at the Game Awards, suffer from y'all announced this shit too early syndrome.
Oh, and there's a perfect example of that one.
Hmm.
If we can talk about that one next.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Go ahead, Paco.
Fucking Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. How are you going to fucking stroke me to almost completion and then tell me it only took 6 fucking years? Don't you dare do that. I am a Star Wars shill. Okay. I
They
saw this
opened the show
beautiful
with that one,
yeah,
didn't they?
yes, I
Yeah.
saw this beautiful trailer. Like, don't get me wrong. The only thing that's got me back into Star Wars really is Andor. Like, Acolyte had some good things in it. There was some cool shit. Overall, it wasn't a great show. Then Andor came out. I loved Andor. We had, Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Underworld, uh, the like the what if type shit of Star Wars, which is really great. Bad Batch was really great. We haven't really had a great Star Wars game. The latest one, this open world one, it just didn't hit. I mean, they fixed a lot of the bugs now. When it first released, it had a shitload of bugs. It wasn't doing great. Now they fixed a lot of the bugs. It's okay. It's not really great. Um, there's something there. I'm sure your next iteration you could do with your main character. You could do some really good shit. But then you come and you fucking drop like a Selma Hayek of fucking video game trailers over here, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks amazing. Like I'm already selling a kidney so I can buy this on whatever system PC I'm going to need. And then you find out, yeah, probably about 2030 maybe you'll be able to play. You motherfuckers. You son of a bitch. God.
You raised my hopes and dashed them quite expertly, sir.
So, while on the subject of Star Wars, that wasn't the only Star Wars game that was announced.
No.
Now,
They
this
they
is
announced,
pod racing.
Yeah.
yes,
Hey
they
man, that
announced
one
Star
looks kind of
Wars
cool. Not gonna lie.
It does
Galactic
look
Racer,
good.
and
Looks kind of cool.
yes, Sebulba is back in the race.
Fucking Sifu Master Sebulba with his Sifu. But like, I mean, it's supposed to be the new.
Is Bib Fortuna
Our-
gonna come
yeah.
back?
It's better.
I fucking hope so, man.
Fucking Giga Chin Bib Fortuna.
Bob Quaterneros, he better be playable in this shit.
Alright, is that who I'm thinking of? That might be who I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool. It's the new pod racer. I'm hoping. You know what? Hopefully, they do some VR shit with Galactic Racer. I think that would be really.
Oh,
cool
that'd be
if they do.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, if
that'd
they
be
do.
Yeah.
If it won't have to be right away, but if it comes out consoles, PC, and then a little bit afterwards, you do some VR stuff. That would be really cool. That would
Get
be
me that
awesome.
fucking gaming chair that Chinese
Yeah.
dude made with the two row,
Yeah.
with the rocket boosters. On the back.
No, it would. I mean, I have a cousin who has a F1
Turbo boosted rocket chair.
No, he's got an F1 rig. He's a big F1 guy. He loves F1, and he has his own little simulator in his room that he
Oh,
built
awesome.
and made.
Yeah.
I would definitely buy something like that just so I could play Galactic Racer if I had the money. Like I said, I'm selling kidneys and shit.
Follow me on whatnot.
Feet pics, people. Feet pics. Only fans. Only feet. I'm collecting. I'm gonna look like the homeless. I'm gonna look like a homeless man. I'm gonna collect every aluminum can I can find because I think that would be something that I would actually want to build a F1 style simulation rig for something like that. Ah, dude, like surround sound. Oh man, that'd be so cool for fucking 4 screens surrounding you. That's what I would fucking do it for.
All right. Now, while I was wrong about the statue, at least I got this next announcement right. Capcom dropping a trailer for Resident Evil Requiem and confirming that my boy,
Boy Leon.
Leon Scott Kennedy is back, baby. Hell yeah. And yep, the rumors are true. So yeah, there is gonna be the 2 protagonists. So you're gonna have I already forgot the name of the chick, but You're gonna have her, and her sections are gonna be straight up horror sections. Meanwhile, Leon, because he is a seasoned veteran, he is not scared of these things. His are more action based areas, and I'm just like, you see him like roundhouse kick like these bad guys and stuff, and I'm like, if we get Resident Evil 6 style combat in this, like, I'm gonna lose my shit. I know some people don't like Resident Evil 6, but I thought it was okay for what it was, and it's a pretty decent action game. Shitty horror game, but a great action game. And so if we get that type of combat, that type of action, I will be I will be a happy gamer. But all in all, looks cool, looks great, hyped. Comes out in February. You bet your ass I'm buying that shit.
Yes.
That wasn't the only legend that Capcom brought back.
Oh, you're
yeah.
right.
The Blue Bomber himself. He got a whole ass orchestra. That was
Yes.
dope.
Yeah.
I've been getting a kick out of seeing like all the reactions of like people streaming the Game Awards, and that starts and some random in the back's just like Mega Man. It's like Mega Man. And then it starts. The orchestra starts slowly playing Wily's theme, and they're like, "It's fucking Mega Man!"
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was my reaction too. Like you hear the orchestra playing, and it's like, hey, I know that song. And you're tuning in, and then that realization of like, oh, that's fucking Mega, and then yes, it is.
Yeah. That game's also not ready yet, which
no, it's not.
No,
seems
it's like,
weird.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that long of a wait for a Mega Man game, especially like a 2D one, but I guess that shows what little I know about game development. But
I mean, it looks pretty as hell. Like,
yeah, it looks
does.
really good. Looks really good.
it looks straight up like the box art from like Mega Man 8, and they just like brought it to life. Like they fucking fully animated that shit. They gave it the Cuphead treatment. No, this quality.
Yeah.
But for alphas that don't know, right now it's slated for 2027.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's continue with the Capcom reveals, because their final reveal was motherfucking teaser for Street Fighter.
Yes.
The movie?
That was they did a teaser for Street Fighter, and let me tell you, fucking Cody Rhodes as Guile, the fucking hair. I was like, you know what? This movie may be bad, but I don't think it will, because it feels like it's self-aware. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But it was just a quick reveal. They did also release posters, like character posters of all the different characters. I'm kind of excited to see what, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the polka dot guy, David Dashlin, Dasmalshin. I'm curious to see what his take on Bison's going to be, because I'm sorry, but the ultimate Bison is Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm hoping he can do it justice, and it can be just as iconic as Raul Julia, because to me that is going to be the ultimate. What do you call it? I mean, I guess not to compare yourself, but he's going to be the standard for that. I'll hear a lot of complaints about Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki. A lot of people saying whoever cast, when the casting did not understand Dan Hibiki. They don't understand the character, and they every like it's almost unanimous. So they're like, this is what's going to make the movie bad, is him as Dan Hibiki. Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki, which I don't know that much about Hibiki either, but fuck it, we'll see. I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Schultz. He's got one joke that I like. That's it. He's got one joke that I like.
I'm in the same boat. I'm cautiously optimistic about
Yeah.
Mhm.
Schultz as Dan, and not because I'm a fan of Andrew Schultz or his podcast or any of his friends. Uh, that one dude that's getting cucked apparently from like the internet's
A cautious.
DNA.
He's getting fucking dragged.
um, nah, but because I can kind of see what the intention was, because yeah, like if you know the Street Fighter lore, like the deep fucking lore of Street Fighter, you know that Dan has a serious side to him.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, Dan is in the games as a joke. He's
Mhm.
a joke character. He's like
Ah.
Yes.
the original joke character.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're gonna cast his casting should also be a joke character. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's the one that's like, yeah, one of these is not like the other. One of these is not like the other.
Yeah, I'm very much in the like. I'm willing to at least see some more like footage before like
Yeah,
you
before
know
casting judgment.
because
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But let us now move on from that because look, while we were talking about all these legends, yes, Street Fighter, Leon Scott Kennedy, Mega Man, there was one more legend that was also announced at the Game Awards. I am talking about Lara Croft,
Oh
Yes.
the
yeah.
Tomb Raider.
She's got two of them. They did two.
Yeah. That
Mhm.
was, I mean, the only way it would have been better is if they were like, and you can play it right the fuck now.
Yeah.
If you look under your seat, you have a download code, and you get a download code. Play it on your phone right now.
Yeah, but like
Mm.
for people that didn't watch it, in the opening, Jeff Keighley was like hyping up, or it seemed like he was kind of downplaying the fact that like, oh yeah, by the way, we got a new Tomb Raider coming out. Because like
Mhm.
he would
Yeah.
just casually say it. Like with everyone
Yeah.
else, he would like kind of just like hint at it or whatever, but he wouldn't
Mhm.
directly say the name. But like no, every fucking time they went to break, he was like, "Stay tuned, fucking Laura Croft showing up. You know we got that Tomb Raider boy."
We got them
Yep.
triangle titties
Yeah. So
coming
then
out,
yeah,
them
finally
polygon
the
boobs.
so then finally the trailer drops and it's not really a surprise because like yeah, he said that we were gonna get a Tomb Raider trailer. What the motherfucker left out was that we were getting two of these games,
Yes.
man. So good on you. Good on you, sir. Well played. Um
Mhm.
yeah, that was a straight up surprise.
Mhm.
Uh
Yes, it was.
we should probably mention that the second game or the surprise Tomb Raider that we got is
Yes.
a remake of one. The
Yeah.
original
Yep.
The original game.
90, yeah, 95, 96. When was Tomb Raider made?
I
Don't
think
ask
it
me.
was 96.
96,
97.
90.
Oh,
Maybe.
97.
97? Is it
No, it's
97?
96.
Oh, okay.
96.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I was about to say, was that right?
All right.
So yeah, that looks fun. That looks cool.
Yeah, no, I'm
Check
excited
it out.
Yes.
for those. More shit.
Alright,
I
and
like
that-
the last ones, the last three that we got. The Rise
Yeah,
of-
no,
Oh, the
they're-
ones by Square Enix.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
were really good.
Yeah, those
And they were
fun.
pretty easily seamless transition too from the cutscenes to the gameplay. I really like that. Cutscenes to the gameplay
Yep.
was pretty smooth.
All right. Let's take a small pause from the Game Awards to discuss this other online discourse that's happening. It still has to do with Game Awards, but it's dealing with. So Jeff Keighley, like you mentioned, Jay, like he has a habit of hyping up like the announcements and what's coming up, and they always save like the really hype, the really like oh shit, like moment for the very end. We will talk about that later, but for now, let's talk about last year's because a Twitter user tweeted out a clip from last year's Game Awards where Jeff Keighley hyped up and then revealed Okami 2.
Uh,
Now, this Twitter user clipped that and shared it a day before the Game Awards, saying, I still loathe Jeff Keighley for this stuff last year. And then that is when Okami's official Twitter account responded and alphas, I just need to be clear. It's like walking past a crime scene. You just see the caution tape, the police lights, and the chalk outline on the floor. And you know, oh, there was a murder here. And what what they did is they tweeted out a photo of, is it Amaterasu, the character from
Yeah.
Okami, with a gun and a ball, and the caption says, "Is this more to your liking?" Now, not only was this a god tier response, this was also an atomic bomb of a ratio on Twitter standards. Now, to explain to some people who are confused about like what the joke is, on online gaming discourse, mainly on Twitter, but there's a long running meme, if you will, where people will say, they'll post a, usually it's a picture of like Patrick, like asleep on the couch, and the caption will read like, you know, gamers when a game doesn't have a gun or a ball in it. And likewise, whenever somebody says, like, why is Expedition 33 getting all the nominees? It's mid. Why did Baldur's Gate win Game of the Year? That game sucks. That's when the top comments always be like, well, it doesn't got a god and a ball in it, right? And so, with that said, like, I guess just, I'm not trying to like downplay like these people, right? Like, yeah, look, if that's what you play, if you only play Call of Duty, Madden, you whatever, if that's your thing, cool. But I think the problem most people have is that when the Game Awards come around, you guys want to get in the conversation, which is fine. But if you haven't played these games, I don't think you can be in the conversation. I'm sorry.
That's a legit
Yeah, that's
point.
fair.
That's a valid point. Yeah, no, that's a valid point. That's why I don't talk about sports games because I don't play sports games.
Yeah, as someone who didn't play any of the Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I played 2 of them.
Did I play any? No, I didn't. I didn't play Kingdom Come 2.
I didn't play him.
I couldn't sign in to buy fucking Silk Song. That's why I thought it was gonna take it. I was like, dog, it took me like 3 weeks to buy that shit.
I played Death Stranding 2 and Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I started Expedition 33, as in I did the prologue and I got to Act 1. So far, I will say I can see the hype. I can see why so many people like the game. And
I'm sure if I play it, I'll love it. Like I will.
Yeah,
like,
and I mean
okay.
that in that the story so far, like, holy shit, that is a really good hook. And likewise, it is, yeah, turn based combat, but it's got those like real time, like, defense and parry, timing thing, kind of like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So I can already tell, like, oh yeah, I will definitely like this game, but I just want to clear the games I'm playing right now before I jump into an RPG because everyone knows those are a bit time consuming. But But yeah, I just wanted to bring up that discussion before we get back into.
And yeah,
But all right, let us get back into it. I did say we'll pause on the final announcement, but you know what? Let's bring it up now because then I'm gonna forget. So I think this is fair to say everybody did not like this because, as I mentioned, the Game Awards typically saves their final reveal to be something really cool, really hype. Now, as we mentioned earlier, they opened with Star Wars.
Yep.
yeah.
So
Star
you're like,
Wars.
holy fuck.
They came out of the
If
gate
this
fucking swinging.
if this is what you're opening with, then that closer better be Salma Hayek naked levels of interest.
Yes.
And that's not what we got.
Nope.
We didn't even get a left tip.
Damn. Not even side boob.
Not even a side boob. So, what did we get? We got High Guard. And if you're wondering what the hell is that, well, it's a brand new IP, and it's from the people that did Apex Legends and Titanfall 2. Now, both of those games are good. So it's like, what's the problem? What's the big deal? Well, High Guard, it looks like it is an online only PvP team based shooter. So yeah, like a 5 versus 5 type, game. So think like Concord, Marvel Rivals, all that stuff. Yeah, Overwatch 2.
It looks a lot like Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
It's Overwatch with magic.
Does it? There's magic in Overwatch.
Is there?
Yeah.
The fox chick throws magic.
Throws magic, and then likewise the ninja can summon dragons, and
That's jutsu.
There's magic.
That's jutsu. That's not magic. That's
Eric. Point is, no one was really feeling it with this one, mainly because after what happened with Concord, and
what's still happening with Marathon.
Yeah, like this very much like the crowd has definitely shown that these live service games, no one likes them, mainly because they are built to only survive in a stable like economy with people paying money to either buy the in-game cosmetics, or you need to have an active online player base. And since these games are online only, once you lack the players, these games just tend to go away, be it the server shut down or there's just not enough attention, there's not enough players to even play a match. And so people just aren't interested in these type of games because of how fragile they are, if you will. And mhm.
No, keep going. I can wait. Just keep going.
Yeah, no, and I was just gonna say that because of the fragility of these games, that's why there is this negative perception of it. It's just, yeah, like these games can only survive in an active, online player base, and right now the crowd's just not feeling it.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, no, you're right, but also like I, besides what you just said, like I gotta care about the characters and stuff in this game, and I feel like I'm not gonna give a shit about
Mm-hmm.
any of his characters. Like you're gonna have to give me like what Apex did and what Overwatch did with their character videos. Like they would release lore about each of these characters to kind of keep you interested and keep a story going. And I feel like just with this High Guard, I'm not gonna give a shit. I'm not gonna care about any of these characters. I'm like, it's just gonna be another hero shooter in the bin. That's it. It's just I feel my first impression is I feel like it's just going to be generic. Like,
Mhm.
I don't really see anything innovative or anything really crazy that's going to be like, oh shit, like this is going to be the future. This is going to be something I can really get into. I just don't feel it. That's it. That's my main thing. I just don't feel it at all. Like, there's nothing to me right now from what we've seen that's going to be unique. That's going
Mhm.
to be like, hey, this is it. And it's a studio that brought us Apex and Titanfall. You can't bring me Titanfall 3. Like,
No.
that's what I want. I want Titanfall 3.
I
I don't
think uh, when Jeff mentioned Titanfall, I think a lot of people got their hopes up. I think that
yes.
might have been
Yeah.
Yeah.
a mistake on his part, but where I'll defend his phrasing of it is that he opened with saying that they formed a new studio. So if they
Uh
formed a
huh.
new
Yeah.
studio, it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be Titanfall because
Mm.
EA,
Yeah.
even though they're not doing anything with it, they're not letting that shit go, not for free.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would have
I.
heard that, like, if they were working on this in secret, it can't be something that EA still owns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it just got people's expectations to think maybe like a spiritual successor
Yeah,
of it.
Mm-hmm.
probably.
But
um, but I also heard, and this is just a rumor. I've only heard this from like one YouTube video, and it might have just been his own speculation. I don't remember the name of the channel, unfortunately. It was just like clicked on a random video during lunch. But his speculation was, and I don't know if he heard this from someone that was there or like worked backstage at the Game Awards, but his theory is that High Guard wasn't going to be the final reveal. They
Mm.
had to pivot to High Guard to be the final reveal, and they're not sure why. Or from his source, if he has a source, if his source isn't just trust me, bro.
mhm.
um, but he thinks part of his theory is that uh, the final reveal might have been something with Hello Games, the people that make
Mhm.
uh, the space game,
No Man's
No
Sky.
Man's
No
Sky.
Man's Sky. Yes, his theory is
Oh.
that it might have been they were gonna take up one of the reveal slots, and they might have been the one at the end, because when they went up, they No Man's Sky won Best Ongoing Game, by the way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
It
they
won Best
And
Online Game.
Sean Murray wasn't there. Yeah.
Sean Murray wasn't there because of a family emergency. So this was
Hmm.
something unexpected, but the representatives of the studio that were able to go were all wearing shirts that aren't for No Man's Sky, but the next game that they're working on.
Yes, the
I,
next
I
one they're working on is like some kind of ambitious open world magic kind of thing, which to
Yeah.
me I'm excited for. I know I'm excited for it, but I can't even remember the name of it. Um, but the imagery and everything is still in my head. That is supposed to be pretty ambitious, like on the levels of No Man's Sky. How No Man's Sky was really ambitious with these
Mhm.
progressively generated worlds and all this stuff, and um, now they're doing this on I think I don't know. It's not as big of a scale as No Man's Sky is, but I think like the size of the map is supposed to be like as big as Earth or as big as a continent, that you're supposed to be able to traverse and stuff. So yeah, I mean that's a really good theory. I mean that would have
Hmm.
been a really great reveal to because that one I think is slated for release next year sometime.
Yeah, and that was the other
Hmm.
thing
Yeah.
too. Like, uh, for as much as people are hating on High Guard and everything, it comes out in like 2 weeks. Like it comes out in
Yeah.
January. So I think that might have been part of the reason that they pivoted to that, because it's like, well, this one's coming out soon. So at the very least, the people that are interested in it, the people that do like it, they don't got to wait that long. So it's big in that sense, but it's not
Yeah.
big in the sense that this is what people wanted.
Yeah. All right. We're
The
running
name.
out of time, so let's quickly go through any final games we're going to talk about. The last game I want to mention because it's the one I was personally most excited for. Gang of Dragon.
Oh yeah, that looks
Yeah.
dope.
Yep, which is by the same creator of Yakuza. He left to form a new studio, and this game stars actor Don Lee. For people who don't know, he's a Korean action star. Uh, I think the movie that most people know him for is Train to Busan,
Yep.
and flat out, this game just oozes Yakuza
Oh yeah.
aura.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
like, yeah, it looks great. It looks awesome. I very much believe like it. This is like the Yakuza game he wanted to make, but he knew he couldn't because it just would not fit like the the style of Yakuza or the characters that are already like built in that world, if you will. So it looks cool. Can't wait to hear more about it. But yeah, that's all I got to say on it.
JJ.
I think we covered everything that I'm like super hyped for. One game that I will mention just because the art style really called out to me um, is Orbitals.
Oh man, you took mine.
Yes.
Oh well,
That
you can
was
have
my
it.
no,
You.
no, no, no. That's the one that I'll say something else. But Orbitals, yeah, that was what I was gonna say too, because
Mhm.
it's the anime, 90s anime style. It's bright, colorful. It looks like a
And
really
it's
cool.
co-op.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one is the other trailer that I was looking forward to as well. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
I no, but I guess I'll mention the name of that game. They're known from No Man's Sky is called Light No Fire, and apparently the map is as big as Earth.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
so that's why it's super ambitious. And for any of my Star Wars fans out there, I said Bob Quadraneros. It's Ben Quadraneros. I had to correct myself. I knew I said it wrong, but yeah, no. Orbitals is really cool. That's the other one I'm looking for. There's probably a few other things that
Control. The new
oh,
control
Control
game.
Resonant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yep.
the combat in
Um,
that looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
Looks like I'm gonna have fun with that. 'Cause I
Yep.
liked Control, but it felt a little too floaty for me sometimes. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah. No,
This,
I get what you mean because I felt the same way.
You know, another one that looks kind of cool, maybe kind of a little quirky and funny, is Coven of the Chicken Foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I
old
was like,
lady.
yeah, the old lady. I was like, this it's a platformer. It's a platformer. So I was like, oh,
Mhm.
this one might be kind of cool. So that's another one that looks like it might that kind of stuck out to me. Like, oh, that looks like a fun, cozy game. Not cozy, but a fun, quirky game. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's it for me.
All right, and yeah, and there's more. There's other games that
Yeah, there's
were
tons of
announced,
stuff.
but we just don't got time for it. But yeah, like Neo 3 looks cool. Pragmata looks cool. That Badger one looks cool.
oh
Bradley the
yeah.
Bradley the
Badger.
Badger.
The Free Shepherd. You name it. There was a lot of stuff, but I feel like we
Hey,
hit a lot of the big ones.
Lenny Kravitz reveal as the one of the
Oh,
villains.
it's
Yeah,
James Bond
007.
villain,
yeah, the James
yeah.
Bond, one of the
Yeah.
villains. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really cool. We'll see how
Bamois
that
or
goes.
something. Bamois.
Mm,
I
It's
don't
got a
hear.
weird pronunciation, or I can't
Yeah.
pronounce it. But like, yeah, look it up.
Yeah,
All
that was gonna be cool. Yeah.
right. All right, but I think that'll do it for this one. So you alphas, let us know in those comments what games you are most excited for. Let us know, did you like John Cena's retirement tour? Or likewise, let us know if you have any thoughts regarding the gaming Discord, regarding people only playing games with guns and balls in it. You name it. You let
Eh,
us know in those comments what you all think. And until then, we'll be sure to read them. But until then, we'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.